you doing? You're watching NYC Rocks, where we bring you real New York City rock and roll stories.
Had a little bit of an emergency today. Our guitar player's injured himself, and we're not entirely sure he's going to make it through this set. What happened was there was this procession of nuns, actually a dog walking nuns. They were walking an adorable litter of puppies, just the fluffiest, and they were set upon by 500 Klan biker rapists. And our guitar player, Dimitri, beat them back. But in the process, he dislocated his torso from his arms. The arms kept punching, but the torso went back about 6 feet. So the doctors think they're going to have to cut his head off. I don't really understand the procedure, but I'm not a surgeon.
So what happened to your arm?
I was at the gym, was working the bag, threw a hook badly, hyperextended the arm, tendon popped right off, and the doctor says I need surgery to reattach it.
Did I ever tell you you're my hero?
God. This is like, hello, Cleveland! No, going around these things is like, it takes 5 minutes, like going around the block.
This out first.
I need that stuff. Yeah, I actually do. Yeah. I didn't know it was here. It's caught.
When I said we had an anvil, I meant we had an anvil. All right, I think we're done in here.
All right.
Right on. Metal!
Yeah, is that good?
Yeah.
Is it locked?
Hang on a second, I'm going to smell it to make sure it's locked.
Is it locked?
It smells locked.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds locked. I think
All
it's
right.
okay.
All right.
Oh, wait, let me use my psychic powers to assess if it's locked. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm getting a vibe that it's locked.
But it's locked though, right?
Yeah, you want me to check it with my deck?
Is it locked?
It's locked.
Okay.
Locked is spelled L-O-C-K-E-D. That's what you're talking about, right? Okay.
John Locke. Is it John Locke?
No.
The philosopher, not the guy from the Lost
it has nothing
TV
to do
show.
With philosophy. It's actually locked in the physical sense.
Okay.
This is $2,000 head, $20 fucking trolley here.
No, it's nothing. You're ready.
You shall not pass!
We're gonna coax them over here again?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull them into coming.
All right. This is where I hide all the gear, and then he goes out and gets a cab, and then just brings it over. He's like, no, I don't have any gear. And then I just fucking jump out with all my shit and just totally ambush him.
Open the door before we even stopped.
Back straight. Stay high.
What's up, everybody? This is Mike SOS from bands SOS and Seizure Grip, as well as a Castle 8311 lifer. My brother John the Doorman and my good buddy Kevin Scandato from Castle Heights, and I help out at the shows here. I DJ. I am the official hostmaster of the Castle 8311 shows. So we used to have a club back in the early 90s. It was called Castle Heights. It was on 83rd Street and Northern Boulevard. We had a good solid 10-year run there, and that's where we come from. Don Hills closed down. Nicky had a new situation to take care of, and you know, he had approached us to come here and do this, and this is like a godsend. You know, we had the Ace of Clubs was our last place we played. That got gentrified. Things have flipped over, and we're trying really hard to return to making the scene here as vibrant, as strong as it was when we had Castle Heights at its peak, which is probably about late 90s, early 2000s.
Hey, my name is Nicky Camp, and I am the owner of BlackThorn 51 here in Elmhurst, Queens. I've been a rock guy since I'm a teenager, you know. I was in bands, I was signed to record deals, I toured all over the world, I did a record in Europe, sold 500,000 copies in the 80s, so, you know, I've been in the rock game a long time. This was a club last year with a different name, and the owners of that club got evicted. The landlord offered me the place, so I took the place, and I used to be co-owner of a club in Manhattan called Don Hills, and I had the sound system and the lights from Don Hills, so I put it in here. We did a little renovation, made the place look pretty, and here we are. It was time to bring, you know, rock back to Queens. We're a block from the old Lemoore East, so to me, this is sacred ground.
If you guys are interested, we have some fucking shirts for sale.
Yeah! Metal!
The Queens scene has always been eclectic, man. Look at the bands that came out. Anthrax came out of here. Tons of hardcore, tons of punk. You know, Murphy's Law, Sick of It All. You know, hip hop. I mean, it's always been this weird mix of stuff that comes out. I mean, this is definitely the most diverse borough, and probably one of the most diverse areas in the world in terms of ethnicities and different cultures clashing and coexisting. So within that, you got a lot of hybrid forms of music, you know. And now with our new home here at BlackThorn 51, we're back in Queens, and hopefully we're back to stay.
The Castle Lifers have been around for a really long time. Kevin and Mike and John the Doorman, and they just do a great job promoting. They care about their shows. They build them well. You've been working for them longer.
I've been to shows when I was a kid at Castle Heights. They've had a lot of prominent bands that are, you know, bigger bands today, and there were nobodies back then. Like bands like Mastodon and Cryptopsy have played this like small hole in the wall, and I mean they've always done well for the underground back then to now. And you know, it's always great working with them because they put on really good shows. So.
They're very nice guys to work with, and just doing a very good job of shepherding this scene. So it's awesome that they have like one of the best venues going to finally call it home, you know. So,
ladies and gentlemen, I love that you're all here. Thank you so much for coming out. This is the premier spot for metal in New York City. You have to give it up for BlackThorn 51 and the guys that brought this together. I mean, this is just wonderful. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you maybe support the bands and buy some merch.
51. Let's hear it for Full the Albatross, everybody! Let's go, gentlemen. All right, man.
I mean, the scene is definitely nothing like it was 20 years ago or even 10 years ago. People don't go out as much as they used to. And also, you have to remember something, you know, every 10 years is a new generation. The generation from, I'd say, like mid-'80s to mid-'90s, that generation went out 7 nights a week. There was a scene beyond anything you could imagine. But all those people that were going out from, let's say 84 to 94, okay? That's already 19 years ago. Those people are all married now, they got kids, they have houses, they have jobs. They can't go out 7 nights a week. So the new breed of kids, they don't go out as much. There's a club right down the street called Lemoore East. Well, it was a club that held 3,000 people, and every Saturday night it was packed with rockers and metalheads, and that's what it was like then. You could never do that now. It would be impossible. There isn't 3,000 people to come out every week.
You don't have to go out no more, bro. You stay home and stay on the internet, you know? That's the whole thing. It's all flip-flop now. It's different. It's always better to see it in the full range than to go out and see it live, you know? You can't get the same experience from a computer screen. So it's important to kind of produce that and still maintain that, you know?
I don't think rock is nearly as big as it was 20 years ago. I'm just saying it's a different business. You know, years ago, man, you would be in a local band, you could get signed to $1 million record deal. There's no such thing. There's no more record companies. It's all independent stuff now. No one pays for music. I mean, if you can work and make a living doing something you love, then you're ahead of the game. A lot of people have jobs and they make money and they hate what they do. You know, I'm lucky I get to enjoy something that I do and actually earn a living at it.